The Nun II is released officially today in UK cinemas, but is it better than the first The Nun movie? Yeah, but not by much. Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel, and if you are returning, you know that this is not my usual setup. I'm in a hotel right now, but if you are new to the channel, as I just mentioned, I'm in a hotel right now, but thank you for tuning in, really appreciate it. Press the red subscribe button down below so you can see more videos, as today we're here to do a spoiler-free review on The Nun II, directed by Michael Chaves and starring once again Taissa Farmiga, Bonnie Aarons, Jonas, Bloquet, Reid. Essentially, The Nun II tells the story of the nun Valak back once again, this time in France, to cause more chaos. I'd like to give a huge thank you to all my awesome patrons who help to really support the channel. If you want to join Patreon, shop merch, buy a copy of my debut book, you can find a link to that down below in the description box. And also, if you want to request a movie for me to watch, I do have a link to my PayPal where you can request this to be watched as a short and reviewed with a shout out, or you can request a long form review with a shout out, also link down below in the description box. So going into this movie, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really that excited because I did recently rewatch The Nun from 2018, I believe that movie was, because I did see that originally in cinemas, and I will say it's a movie that had potential but ultimately didn't capitalise on its potential. Now this time we've got Michael Chaves in the director's chair, as a new director this time, but he has done The Curse of La Llorona and The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, so he has dabbled his toes into this Conjuring universe that's going on, and it's been a little bit of time since we've seen kind of a Conjuring based movie and in this franchise, so it's kind of nice to see a return to an extent. But The Nun II, the reason why I wasn't looking forward to this is the first movie, as I mentioned before, the status of that, and also I did see one trailer for this, and it felt as if the trailer was going to give away like pretty much everything in the movie. After finishing the movie, I can absolutely say that is 100% the case here. So let's go into a couple of positives immediately. The first one right away from me is Taissa Farmiga, once again as Sister Irene. She is just a really great actress. She is fantastic in this universe. She's a likable character, and you just want to kind of like root for her, and you really want her to like succeed in being a nun, but also succeed in defeating this demon, and just she kind of commands the screen with her presence. One of the issues I had with the original Nun was Jonas Bloquet's character of Frenchie. I don't think he was really developed. He was kind of just there for like convenience. I will say this time round they give him more to do, because this is kind of a story of two tales. I like that they do intertwine eventually, of course it's bound to happen, but I also like that the character does get a bit more character development. Once again, the cinematography is done really nice in this movie, and I think that only just helps it in buckets and spadefuls because of the on-set location that they used to shoot the movie. I do know a lot of this was actually shot on location, and it just really adds to the movie because you just have those kind of natural streets or natural buildings, and it really just helps to build that kind of eeriness and kind of any tension that the movie is going for. Because I did find there was a few little times I did find there was kind of like a tension based moment, and I was like, wow, I didn't really expect that, because as you kind of all know, with the kind of Conjuring Universe, it's kind of mainly filled with a lot of jump scares. I will say Reid, I would say, is a nice addition to the movie. I thought that she did good here. If you've seen her in Missing from earlier this year in the UK, I feel like she did a good job. She was good for what she was given. Bonnie Aarons as the nun, she is back once again, and I will say the nun is definitely presented in a far superior way than it was in the first movie, and this should have kind of been the first The Nun movie to an extent, because the character was generally quite creepy in The Conjuring 2. Definitely some of that creepiness returns in this one. Now, with all those kind of like little positives that I mentioned there, I will be honest, this is where the movie falters for me. This has been getting like better reviews, and I will say it is slightly better than that first movie, but unfortunately it leans so much into the jump scares, in terms of, if you've seen that one trailer, which unfortunately I did see the trailer, it shows you everything that happens in this movie, like all the scary moments that should be really scary and kind of like, you know, make you jump out of your seat. It shows all of them, but also they're done in such a way where it is just jump scare after jump scare. And I'm going to be honest, don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of just tired of that now. Like, I don't understand why Hollywood can't just do a horror movie where they don't do obvious jump scares and scare you like legitimately, like when you don't expect it. I don't know what is going through their heads why they can't do something like that. The movie is also kind of predictable, and the reason why I say that is because if you've seen the first Conjuring movie, it basically shows you kind of like where certain characters are going to end in a post kind of credit scene. So this movie is predictable. You know, like, right, this is going to happen, this is going to be kind of, you know, beat by beat how the story's going to go as well, and the story does fall beat by beat into that rhythm as well, which was a shame because I really wanted this to do something a little bit different, but it doesn't. It kind of goes for those cliches and tropes that we all know of, which is just a shame because, again, I feel like this is yet another installment where there's some forced romances, forced characters, and it's another movie that had potential once again, but it doesn't fully execute it. It feels as if this movie's just played it safe, just to be regarded as, that was an alright movie. And that is exactly what this movie is. My score is 2.5 out of 5 stars. Have you seen the Nun II? Are you going to check it out? Is this one for you, or are you going to skip it? Well, let me know down below in the comment section so we can continue the discussion down there. If you've enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button down below, and until the next time that I see you guys, I'll be seeing you later.